And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video we've actually got an action-packed one for you today. Of course, we are going to be going through our main headline, which is Liverpool set to make a massive transfer U-turn. We'll discuss that in a little bit of detail. This is an exciting one. We'll discuss it as stated. We're also going to be going through some of the Liverpool players that aren't away on international duty and are not representing their country, and see what they've kind of been up to, because I find that kind of interesting. I like to keep you up to date. And we're also going to go through the players that of course have played in the European Championships. I was also going through maybe a little bit more on Arne Slot, because over the last 2 days we've been getting a lot of Arne Slot content from the football club, so we'll go through a few nuggets that he's kind of came out with. But let's start with the European Championships, as I like to do every day. Of course, the Netherlands took on France, which would have seen, you know, we've got a representative in France, and we've obviously got a very heavy Dutch contingency. So obviously Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo started the encounter, and obviously Gravenberch was an unused substitute for the Netherlands, and so was Konate. The game finished 0-0. Both teams, of course, in the driving seat going into the final day, or the final group game to go through. I mean, it's quite a tight group, to be fair. Netherlands do sit top of the table, France in second, basically just, I think, I don't know how they are, but they're both got the same amount of goals scored, and they've both got the same amount of points. Austria sitting there in third, so it could be an interesting final group game for them, but I do expect both to probably go through. So that's the update, I suppose, with regards to the European Championships. Of course, it's getting more games coming up thick and fast, and of course with the Copa America, we'll keep you up to date with that one as well. However, in a different type of bit, while the season continues, I want to give you a bit of an update on the players that are putting their feet up as they enjoy the final weeks of their holidays. Yes, it's jarring in some ways to think that pre-season commences in the first week of July, a time when others will be playing for their country and yet to be enjoying the summer break. But those who fail to have any international commitments or have fulfilled their duties are already spread across the world, making the most of their downtime before a new era starts at Anfield. Mo Salah, for one, is combining relaxation time with his work in the gym. The man truly is committed to his fitness, while also celebrating his 32nd birthday earlier this month. Harvey Elliott has been taking in the sights and experiences of Ibiza, from the open water to meeting up with fellow Red Tyler Morton on his travels. Kostas Tsimikas has been chasing the sun, not what we can blame him, visiting Sicily, and most recently his native Greece. This all comes after a trip to the Maldives, a summer of itinerary we will be jealous of. His future appears to be away from Liverpool after this summer, but defender Sepp van der Berg has sought out some fine dining as he awaits his next career move. After a season with Mainz, the young Dutchman has been valued by £20 million by Liverpool, and he is expected to move on, having failed to play for the club since 2020. With the Post looking forwards to a return to action, youngster Callum Scanlon, who made his debut last season, showed off his work with SBS Performance in Dubai, calling it recharging. Finally, Curtis Jones jetted off in style to the United States, presumably Los Angeles, as he savours his final few weeks of downtime before looking to prove himself under Arne Slot. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of the players that are currently not involved in international duty are making the most of their downtime and are relaxing, basically. But let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's get into a massive transfer U-turn. Yes, in the build-up to the transfer window, it has been heavily reported that Liverpool are, of course, going to be signing defenders and trying to bolster that position as a priority, and maybe also looking to try and find a midfielder. We've also been told by David Ornstein and other sorts of reputable journalists that Liverpool would not really be looking for any attacking players, bar if a player does go out of the door. However, we are being heavily linked to Athletic Club winger Nico Williams, and certainly a player that's caught the eye at Euro 2024. But yeah, it's stated that Liverpool are interested in a bargain deal. Yes, Williams has started both of Spain's group games in Group B as far as its summer's Euros, and it was a delivery from the left that forced the winner against Italy on Thursday. Pop Fort Mob, the 21-year-old, attempted 10 dribbles, by far the most of any player, as well as creating the most chances with 4 and taking the most touches in the opposition opposition's box with 8. One ball in from the left flank was bundled by Italy defender Riccardo Calafori, a player on Liverpool's radar, following a deflection as Spain won 1-0. It was a performance that has seen many take notice of Williams' quality and potential, which seemingly already appreciated by those on Merseyside. Now, according to The Athletic, reporter Paul Bowers, the Athletic club forward has been discussed as a potential target for Liverpool if a winger is needed for Arne Slot's new project. More importantly, it is detailed that Williams will be made available for £47 million due to a release clause in his contract. Williams, the brother of teammate former Liverpool target Nicky Williams, scored 8 goals and laid on 19 assists in 37 games for Bilbao's last season. He did almost exclusively from the left wing, whereas 10 most recent caps for Spain have also come, but the majority of his career has in fact been spent on the right. That could certainly make him an attractive option for Slot. Barcelona have been credited with an interest in Williams, but appear to be focusing more on their attentions on Luis Diaz, though claims of a meeting with representatives in the United States has been downplayed. If Diaz were to leave Anfield, as many would expect, in case the right offer is made, a spot on the left could present itself to Williams. So yeah, guys, it could see us making a bit of a transfer U-turn there with regards to the winging position, and these reports coming from The Athletic probably state something that maybe we don't know. Is there truth in the Diaz links? Is there truth in that area? Why are Liverpool looking for a forward player? Because the notion that we've been going on from the top journalists that Liverpool aren't necessarily looking for any wingers or any forward players going into the summer transfer window unless something happens to one of their players. So certainly one to keep an eye on, or could we be making a giant transfer U-turn ahead of Arne Slot's official start to pre-season? Maybe they know a bit more than us. Who knows? Now, following this, guys, Arne Slot has came out and explained why he will not enter the AXA training room. Yes, Arne Slot has explained why he will rarely enter the players' changing room at the training centre as he made his way to the Liverpool's training ground. Slot has officially moved to Liverpool into his office at the XA and will start work on this players at the beginning of July when pre-season kicks off. Before then, though, the new head coach will be busy planning for his first campaign in charge of working closely with both his coaching staff and sporting director Richard Hughes. The Dutchman was also eager to give the players his space, as he told the club's media team during a walkthrough that basically, me being in here, you shouldn't see that much. Maybe not at all, a bit too much. Maybe call someone and say, could you come up with me? But after the sessions, they should talk about us, me and here, with all the freedom they have, instead of being afraid that I constantly walk around. That separation will be nothing new to the players, with Jurgen Klopp taking a similar approach, trusting his leadership group to fulfill the roles of their training pitch. So yeah, again, kind of new, not new in football, but good to see that Arne Slot will be giving the players their freedom. Now, Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you guys today. Do let me know your thoughts on the Williams one. Of course, it's coming from The Athletic. It's not coming from crappy sources. Do let me know your thoughts with regards to it. And do you think the club will make a forward signing despite journalists stating that we wouldn't? Or do you think it will all be on the contingency if we lose a player? As stated, let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's videos. Always please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.